Kyle Austin, Mike Griffith here from Spartan Stadium. And believe it or not, Michigan State will be playing another game after Saturday. The season goes on, but boy, I mean, we've talked more about this today. Jalen Watts-Jackson, moving on from it. What did you take away from what we learned today?
Well, there's an aim to the play. I don't think it'll ever go beyond today. I don't think anybody's going to remember this, or it'll be. But Mark D'Antonio calls it Rangers 4:10, and the reason why it's named that is Rangers is the name of the punt return team. The 4 is because he told his players all week long they would have to be 4 times mentally tougher than physically tougher to be able to weather the storm and then be the storm. Mm-hmm. And then the 10 is the 10-second countdown he had, because when Michigan State's team bus pulled up to Michigan Stadium, Mark D'Antonio ordered that they all sit still and envision what was about to happen at Michigan Stadium. Certainly there were a lot of positive thoughts. I don't think anybody could have imagined the situation playing out the way it did, but he felt like those 10 seconds of mental preparation coincided with there being 10 seconds left in the game when the punt was snapped and the fumble occurred. And then he mentioned all the different parts that different people played in the play, Kyle. And really, if you watch the replay and look beyond just looking at the ball, you'll see about 5 or 6 Michigan State guys come flying through there. I believe they probably would have blocked that punt anyway, Kyle.
Yeah, well, I like Punt Bunyan personally, but
Punt Bunyan, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good one.
But we talked a lot about that game obviously today. It's continuing to live on, but Mark D'Antonio seems pretty confident that his team is going to be able to move past it. It won't have a letdown. It'll still prepare for Indiana like it usually does, and I think they've proved that over the years that after these big games that they come back, and they haven't really had a lot of letdowns.
Well, and the more interesting thing to me about that, and I agree with you, they'll be ready, but you look at the Michigan State depth chart right now, there's 4 guys playing running back with oars. We don't know who the starter is going to be. There's competition in the secondary. Mark D'Antonio talked about taking the red shirt off of Tyson Smith, a cornerback. It may seem late in the season, but remember, Jalen Watts-Jackson is a defensive back, so there's a void there. There's an opening. He talked maybe even Josh Butler, another true freshman, and then you look at the offensive line and who's going to come back. But what I think is kind of ironic and fun about this game for me, and we talk a lot about Connor Cook, but last year Connor told us the story of how Indiana actually worked him out. Mm-hmm. And when he was in high school, and of course Connor's dad played there, and Indiana did not offer Connor Cook a scholarship. So Connor never talks about this game. He talks about the Michigan game. He talks about the Ohio State game. But Indiana is probably the school that's kicking themselves because his father, Chris Cook, played tight end at Indiana. They came and had a one-on-one workout with Connor Cook and didn't offer him a scholarship. So it's one last chance for Connor Cook, I guess, to show the Hoosiers what they were missing.
Well, I'm expecting to see two pretty good passing attacks. I mean, Indiana's had some issues at quarterback, but, we talked about the secondary depth. They didn't get tested a whole lot, I don't think, on Saturday. And the 2 freshmen played well when they had to, and that's commendable. But Saturday's going to be totally different. They're going to need more depth. They're going to need to be able to play deep balls better.
Nate Sudfeld leads the Big Ten in passing. I mean, let's remember, folks, Indiana took Ohio State to the final play, Kyle.
Yeah, so, I mean, they've had 2 bad games, but I think that team has shown that they can hang with good teams. And they're going to a bye week after this, but I really think they need a good game. And Indiana could. I mean, they've played close games with Indiana. Not that close, but Indiana's proven they can put up points.
They have. They have.
So that'll do it for this week here at Spartan Stadium. It's a 3:30 kickoff on Saturday against Indiana.
And tickets remaining. 1,500 tickets left for the number 7 team in the country, right?
Happen again.
Yeah,
so
never know.
You can be there, and we'll see you then.
All right.